Hello, Lori Beth here, and I have my friend Philip Cardwell on the line with me here today. Hi, Philip.
Hey, Lori Beth.
How's it going over there?
Oh, it's going great, thanks.
Good. I wanted to bring you on today because you have a great method of automating LinkedIn, and I wanted you to express and show everybody how you do that.
I will, and this will only take a few minutes. I realized not that long ago that LinkedIn began to roll across the country couple of ways for you to stay in touch with your connections, and mainly it's your first connections. And one of the ways they have done that is by using your home screen. If you look at the home screen here, well, let me back up for just a minute. You can do this manually, but it consumes way too much time.
Sure.
We've come up with a couple of tools that you can use where you can automate this, and it can be done literally spending, I would say, no longer than 5 minutes a day. You can connect with 50 people of your first connections. Now, the reason that that's important is because when you connect with them, if you do it in such a way that differentiates yourself from the way everyone else is doing it, then they're more likely to come back and visit your profile. And as you know, when they visit your profile, it's going to increase your rankings and take you up in your field to a higher position and also amongst your connections because
Sure.
of the people that are going to be coming back and visiting your profile.
Absolutely.
So the first thing you'll notice is that on your homepage in the top right here, they've given you every day 15 ways to keep in touch. And you're going to see everything from new job to work anniversaries to birthdays to the one that I don't understand that they have, which is someone has put up a new picture, which is totally useless to us, but nevertheless, they do that.
Right.
So let me show you this. I'm going to show you how to utilize this first using a product called Text Expander.
Which I
And
love. Yes.
it's great for all types of products. And they make it both for Mac and also for PC. And it's made by a company called Smile. I've been using it for years for various purposes, but for this, it works really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use this for this particular application. Then I'm going to go and show you Text Expander, the actual website, and how it works and looks. And then finally, I'll tell you about another product that LinkedIn has available for the iPhone, I know, if not also for Androids, called LinkedIn Connected.
Right.
So let me jump right in here.
Okay.
If you look at the top right of the screen, you'll see that this particular person, whose name I can't pronounce, has a new job. So typically, when you hit comment, it's going to say congrats. What I'll do is I'll hit the space bar, and then beneath, I'm going to simply type in JJOB, and I've set that up, and I'll explain why in a minute. When I type that in, you can see that it
Voila.
expanded.
Like magic.
It did, and what it did was it pops up, and it's something that it's called a macro. I set up ahead of time so that the system knows when I type in JJOB that it needs to expand into this particular set of wording. And so all I have to do after that is to simply hit the comment button. Okay, I move on to the next new job. I'll hit comment, space down, JJOB, done. And what
Right.
it actually says in there, if you can see it, I'm not sure. Can you read that?
It says, I wish you the best with your new job. If there's ever anything I can do to help you, please feel free to contact me by telephone or email. I'm just a click away. And then that is your LinkedIn URL after that.
Correct. And the reason that that's so important is, someone asked me the question the other day that, well, so many people congratulate someone's on a new job or a work anniversary or what have you. Why is this any different? Why are they going to go and click on your profile versus clicking on the image of the other 57,000 people who have told them congratulations on their new job? The
Right.
reason is you've made it a lot easier for them by putting in not only, a congratulations, but also you've told them, that you can help them in some way or another, and all they need to do is visit your profile. And you put a link. That link is super important because that link means that they're more likely to simply click on that link and visit your profile to see exactly who you are. So I'm kind of
Right.
hoping we can get to, okay, here's a work anniversary. Here's a good example, and I'm going to let you read this after I put it up. I set up my macro using Text Expander to where I hit WWORK. Now, if you will read that, and then I will explain to you why I've why I put it in there the way that I have.
Even though LinkedIn's work anniversary reminder is a little over the top, it does remind me to stay in touch with all my connections. If there's ever anything that I can do for you, please feel free to contact me via telephone or email. I'm just a click away, and then brilliant, your LinkedIn URL.
Okay, and the reason that I did that is, I mean, basically commenting on someone's work anniversary is a little, it's lame. But but you don't want to miss the opportunity to take advantage of making that connection. And just to show you how quickly I can run through the remaining 12, I'm just going to simply do it. And then when it comes up with one with a new picture or whatever, I'll skip that one. But this is just, let's see.
And it's quick, so you've already gone from 15 to 11. And these are just more ways for people to come back and view your profile and bring in new business, or at least get the conversation started. That is quick. Work anniversary. That is very, very quick. And so that's another reason for everyone to claim your LinkedIn URL so that it's easy and it's just your name that comes after linkedin.com instead of when you haven't gone in and personalized your LinkedIn URL, it's a bunch of numbers, which looks terrible. This is nice and trim, so to speak. And he's almost done. He's down to 1 on the JJOB.
Okay, so you're done. There's 50. Now, when it gets to the people you may know, skip that. There's
Right.
that's their attempt to get you to try to connect with as many people as possible. And if it's truly someone that you don't know, don't bother
Right.
connecting
And
with
there's
them.
no picture.
Let me take you, yeah, really. Let me take you over now and show you how this was done. Okay, and here is the website by a company called Smile, and the product is called Text Expander, which, by the way, I have nothing to do with other than I'm an avid fan of the product.
Okay.
This will show you, if you'll go to their website, which is smilesoftware.com, it will show you all of the products that are available. It's showing it for a Mac right now because I happen to be on a Mac, but you can also get it for PC. And I'm going to take you now and I'm going to show you the actual product, which, by the way, one of the great things about this is that once you have it on your Mac, you can also put it on your iPhones, your iPad, any other computers, and it will sync. They call these snippets. These little macros of text that I've created are called snippets. And these snippets will sync with a Dropbox account. If anyone's unfamiliar with Dropbox, you should set up a free account. There's plenty of room there. And so when it syncs, if I happen to create a new snippet, which I'll show you in just a minute on Text Expander, it will sync it up to Dropbox and then sync it back down to my iPad, my iPhone, or what have you, so that you can, in a minute, I'll show you how you can utilize that also on your iPhone. So give me a second to pull up Text Expander very quickly.
Sure.
And I will show you how that is done.
And they have a free trial for Text Expander for everyone to start.
Okay, so now you should be seeing Text Expander.
Yep, we're seeing it.
And what you see here is in the left-hand column, you will see that you can create groups or folders of what they call snippets. They have a sample group, which is if I type in, if you can see DDATE, it will give you back a date. If I wanted to type in a SMS1, which would stand for, a text message one, it would say, I'm running late, be there soon. These are just some that they throw in there for you. Here's TTEL. And let me explain, too, why they tend to double the first character. The reason is that if as I did with job, work anniversary, a job was JJOB, work anniversary was WWORK. What I don't want to happen is I do not want to be typing a normal email or letter to someone and mention the word job, and it expand out into the macro that I intended for LinkedIn. So I put the same character twice, knowing that I'm never going to type the word job in as JJOB and have to worry about it expanding.
Right.
So let me give you an example of what you just watched that were set up for LinkedIn, and we'll go to the job one first. You can read, this is exactly what expanded into the box when I typed in. Down at the bottom, it will ask you what the abbreviation is that you want it to expand from, meaning that I've chosen JJOB, and then the label, which you cannot see very well, I know I've left it alone. I could change that label to where over here on the side it said for new job. I just haven't bothered to do it because it really doesn't matter. I'll show you how quick and easy it is, though, to create a brand new one. You would just choose new snippet. You would choose what text. We'll say place this text into the box. Then I'll come down here and I'll label this. This is a test. And then below that, I will put what I want to have to type in order for that to expand. TTEST. And that's it. So now, if I go back to, I'll have to swap screens for this. So give me just a second.
All right.
You should be back now at my
There's your LinkedIn
screen.
profile, right?
Okay. Now I'm not gonna actually use this comment, but I'll just show you how this works. In the add a comment section, if I type in TTEST, there you get that. It expands
Right.
to place this text into a box.
So
So
really, you
that's,
could make up whatever you wanted to ahead of time, when you want to comment about something. That's brilliant. I love it.
well, it's fantastic. And that leads me to the next way. Everyone should be using this because you can use this in everyday applications, no matter what they are, to save you on typing. And there are also other sets of macros that you can invoke, which will use different symbols and things like that, such as if you typed in date, it would actually place today's date, similar to what you can do in programs like Microsoft Word. So the next thing that I want to show you is that in addition to the 15 that LinkedIn will allow every day, they make an application, I know, for the iPhone, and I believe it's also made for the Android, called LinkedIn Connected.
I love it.
And
Right.
what LinkedIn Connected does is kind of the exact same thing that we were doing on the home page. If you can see in the image here, it says that we've got 5 updates for you today. Well, in reality, it starts off with about 25, and then the more you use the program, the more that you're going to find that it actually shows you more and more people. So what would happen if we were using the program is that once it showed me the 5 connections, I would swap over and it would show me, okay, that here we have Hannah Adams has a new job. So I would do the exact same thing that I did on the home page. I would come down here and hit say congrats, and then I would type in there JJOB, and it's going to expand and it's going to place. Now this is on the iPhone. You have to have installed Text Expander on your iPhone,
Mhm.
but it's going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. It's going to place that particular phrase into the box, and you're going to hit the enter button, and you've already responded to Hannah Adams. And then if you look over, it does other things too, as far as that actual program. And these are fairly new additions to what they've changed. But what'll happen is each 5 people, maybe 6, but I think it's 5 that you reach, it keeps up with. So eventually, like I have 16,000 connections over the course of, and I've stopped using it recently because I've become so busy, but over the course of a couple of months, I can easily, if you think about the fact that you're hitting 15 a day on the website and another 30 or 40 or so using this particular app, next thing you know, there are about 50 people that you're hitting a day that if you do it correctly, at least I would say a quarter to half of them will come back and visit your LinkedIn profile.
Right.
So what happens is every 5 that you visit, it'll pop this screen up and say, congratulations, you've reached out to X number of people. I got to the point where I realized there was a flaw, though, in their actual app on the iPad in particular, which I like doing it on the iPad because it's so much larger.
Right.
But when you would get up to a large number like 750 people or 1,000, it would all of a sudden crash. And then when you would bring it back up, it would start back off showing you that, congratulations, you've reached out to 5 people. That doesn't really matter. It's just for the benefit of showing you how many people that you've stayed in contact with in your particular network.
Mm-hmm.
What really matters, though, is the fact that you've actually reached out to those people. So once again, using Text Expander in conjunction with what they've allowed you in the top right of your homepage is a great way to go out and visit, maybe 50 people a day, of which a minimum of 15 to 25 of those will come back and visit your profile.
Right. I love it. It's a great way to automate LinkedIn. I mean, just what.
Well, if you play your cards right and you do this correctly, as you can see here, there are 2,961 messages in my
I
inbox.
see that.
And it's interesting that used in conjunction with other tools will rely on people contacting you about conducting business with you, which is what you're trying to achieve in the first place.
Oh,
So
exactly. I
that,
love the top one there. Call me,
yeah,
call me. You want people to say call me. They want to
I
work
get
with you.
I get those every day. I mean, literally, it's amazing. And you can see under that was one of the people I had a conversation with yesterday who the same thing occurred. I went out and visited her. I used other forms of tools to let her know what I was capable of offering, and then she reconnected with me. So that being said, that's a great way to stay interactive with your connections.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day. And I know it's a busy day. I really appreciate it. And I think it's going to help everybody.
You're welcome.